Earl Tupper was born in 1907 in Berlin, New Hampshire, United States of America, and was the only child of Ernest and Lulu Tupper. His father ran a family farm and a greenhouse, while his mother took in laundry from neighbours and ran a boarding home to earn an extra income to support the family. At a young age, it is said that Earl Tupper had developed a love for invention and developing new things, as inspired by his father, who frequently developed labour-saving devices for the family farm. By the age of 10, Tupper learned that bringing his family produce to customers was more lucrative and effective in sales, as well as enjoyable. This idea later to be applied in his future business. Tupper graduated high school in 1925 in New Hampshire at the age of 17 and continued to work on the family farm, now Massachusetts, until the age of 19, before he began work as a mail clerk and in a railway labour crew. However, this didn't diminish Tupper's aspiration to earn $1 million by the age of 30. In Tupper's spare time, he took a course to learn tree surgery so he could start his own business tending trees and landscaping. By 1929, during the Great Depression, he had developed the Tupper Tree Doctors Company. This gave him the opportunity to develop a wide variety of inventions, including a women's corset, a special hairpin called Sure Stay, and a portable tie rack. In 1931, Tupper married Marie Whitcomb, who was an incredibly supportive wife. Unfortunately, due to the Great Depression, Tupper Tree Doctors was forced into bankruptcy in 1936. Tupper later met Bernard Doyle, the inventor of viscoloid plastic. Doyle Works was the plastics manufacturing division of DuPont in Leominster, Massachusetts. Tupper then pursued to work for Doyle Works in 1937 for only a year, and says it was at DuPont that his education really began. In 1938, at the age of 31, Tupper took the experience he had gained in plastic design and manufacturing at DuPont to set up his own business, the Earl S. Tupper Company. Tupper wanted to experiment with plastics and asked DuPont for polyethylene slag, a waste product of the oil refining process. It was black, hard, and putrid. Tupper, however, refined and cleaned this to produce a translucent, white, flexible, lightweight, odorless, and non-toxic plastic known as poly-T, which became revolutionary within the design industry. This product was able to withstand almost anything. Tupper went on to purchase machinery from DuPont, as well as develop inkjet modelling machines to create objects such as his famous airtight lid. This led to Tupper's first plastics factory in Farms Mill, Massachusetts in 1942. He dreamt of the Tupperization of every kitchen in America. However, due to the explosion of World War II, acquiring new and raw materials was tough. Tupper nevertheless obtained major government contracts through DuPont. Tupper Plastics therefore were able to keep afloat by producing parts for gas masks and Navy signal lamps. After the war, Tupper drew his attention to developing plastics, particularly kitchen utensils. He produced items such as sandwich picks, unbreakable drinking tumblers, and cigarette cases. Such consumer products were given away with other well-known products. Tupper then advanced on to focus on creating a line of storage containers that were airtight and kept foods fresher for longer. Such containers were branded as Tupperware. Unfortunately, due to the bad reputation of other plastic products, sales were minimal in stores. Therefore, Tupper products needed demonstrations in order for their sales to rise. In the late 40s, Tupper was also distributed through private household companies such as the Stanley Home Products Company. Some salespeople were selling fairly large quantities of Tupperware and were noticed by Tupper. Tupper contacted these salespeople and met them to discuss new possible ways to market his product in 1951. One extraordinary saleswoman, Brownie Wise, suggested to Tupper to develop a marketing strategy modelled after the Stanley Home Product Company's in-home selling. Other distributors, such as Thomas Demagella, urged that Tupper took his products out of department stores and focused on direct marketing at home parties to demonstrate the products, now known as Tupperware parties, which are still continued today in 2015 across a number of nations. This gave American housewives the opportunity to build their careers and earn their own income in addition to running their own homes. Demagella and his wife became the first distributors of Tupperware. Wise was named Vice President of Tupperware Home Parties in 1951, a position she held until early 1958 when she was fired due to a difference of opinions. In that same year, Tupper sold the company for $16 million to the Rexall Drug Company. He divorced his wife, gave up his US citizenship, and bought an island in Central America. Tupper passed away in Costa Rica at the age of 76 from a heart attack in 1983. Tupperware, however, continued to grow as a successful franchise, and today its products are recognised in homes across the globe. Tupper's drinking tumblers, amongst other products of his, has been featured in the Museum of Modern Art's exhibition What is Good Design? In regards to Dieter Rams' principles of good design, Tupper's drinking tumblers are incredibly successful. Firstly, good design makes a product useful. Tupper's tumblers can be used as a cup or in place of a glass to withhold beverages on a daily basis. Good design is unobtrusive. Tupper's tumblers fulfill their role as drinking cups. Its design is neutral and restrained. They are neither decorative or works of art. Good design is honest. In no way has Tupper created the tumblers to be more than drinking utensils. They do not attempt to manipulate the consumer with the promise that it can't be kept. Good design is long-lasting. The use of polyethylene creates for durability, no cracks or shatters when the tumblers are dropped. Finally, good design makes a product understandable. Tupper's drinking tumblers are understandable, and its use is self-explanatory rather than confusing. In gathering the information for this assignment, I have been inspired by Tupper's strong determination on developing his company. I can also relate to Tupper's strong will to experiment with different materials, as I myself like to experiment with different materials and methods, ranging from painting and drawing to printmaking.